Okay, so to illustrate the details of the system, we've selected this OmniHeart trial, partly because it has several linked data objects, and so it's a good example to illustrate the different aspects of the MDR system. So the OmniHeart trial has a clinicaltrials.gov entry. That's the web page. That data we obtain directly from clinicaltrials.gov as an XML file. And that happens to be the file for that study. Clinicaltrials.gov is very good. It makes all of its data available as XML, and it's relatively easy to download the whole of clinicaltrials.gov or just the recently revised material and to feed that into the system. So the OmniHeart trial also has a collection of journal articles associated with it. One of them is here. This is the PubMed abstract. And again, we need that information to feed it into the system to obtain the details about the journal paper, put it in the MDR. Again, PubMed makes their information available as XML files. We don't try and duplicate PubMed. It has over 30 million records, so we do try and identify the journal records, abstract records that are referenced by the studies in the system, or which themselves reference trial registry IDs, which is some of the entries in PubMed do. So we download the abstract details and the trial registry details from the various sites as XML. But this trial is also listed by the National Heart, Lung and Blood Institute, part of the NIH, on their BioLink site. Now, BioLink is very useful from the MDR's point of view because it contains information about other data objects linked to a study. So it's a useful source of data. But of course, we are duplicating data now available elsewhere. And we also have to get this data not as XML, because BioLink does not make the data available as XML. Instead, we have to scrape it off of the website. So we go to the underlying HTML code on the page and basically take out the relevant data points from that. Because BioLink and similar sites, the web pages are constructed from a database in a consistent fashion. It's relatively straightforward to scrape that data off, although of course each site requires a different scraping process.
Now I will demonstrate the functionality of the portal. Open the browser, enter the link, and then you will see the entry screen. You can search for studies by select mode specific study. You can select the type of ID, trial registry here. You can enter a specific trial registry here from clinicaltrials.gov. You then click on Find, and you will immediately see the study found with the data objects linked to this study. And if you click on one of these data objects, you see here the registry entry in clinicaltrials.gov. Now you clear and do another search, also specific study. Now you look at study characteristics, and study title contains breast cancer. Again, click Find, and you find 1,000 trials containing breast cancer in the title. But there are more of them. And you click again on Find, and then you get 2,000 trials. You can look at the individual trials, at the documents available. You can click on Documents, again, registry entry in clinicaltrials.gov. Now you clear the search pattern again, and you add BRCA as study topic with an and if you click, you get 36 studies altogether. You can scroll them down. You can click on it, And now you can filter the studies. First of all, you select all the types, then you click interventional. And if you apply, you have 28 studies. But you can add more filters. You can add randomized. You click, and you have 15 studies, and you can enter phase 3. You get 6 studies. Again, you can click at the studies and at the various data objects, link it to a study. So if you click on the data objects, you see the underlying data objects. So now we do a search again by looking for a specific study with a trial registry ID that we know. We type in the registry ID with a find, and we get the so-called OmniHeart trial. You can also type in OmniHeart under study title contains, and if you click find, you get 2 studies, and the first is again the OmniHeart trial. Here you see many data objects belonging to the OmniHeart trial, and if you click on one of them, you get the study protocol. You can scroll the protocol. You can also click on a manual. You get the manual for the OmniHeart trial. Or you can click on a journal article belonging to this study, and you get from PubMed a publication about this study. If lucky, you also get the full paper